guys, and welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game. And here we are in 1964, episode 3. If you guys haven't seen the first 2 episodes of this challenge, I'd recommend you go back and watch those now. We're playing the fastest car in the world challenge set up by Kilrob, one of the game's developers. Just to recap what happened last time, we created the fastest car in the world for 1955, 183 miles per hour. And we're going to try and repeat the feat this time, 183 miles an hour, top speed is still our target. So let's get on with making our 1964 car. Continuing on with the theme, our naming theme, this is the model SSSSJ. It's getting a bit of a mouthful now, so I think we can see a rebranding on the cards in the future. So the game plan for this car is a little bit different to previous models. While our 1955 car did sell quite well, it only just about covered its engineering costs. And with the top speed targets of the 2 models that we normally make so close together in this year, 175 miles an hour and 183 miles an hour, I think for this particular year we're only going to make 1 car, just the world record car, so we need to try and make it as desirable as possible. So with that in mind, we've chosen a nice big body. The other reason, of course, is in 1970 the Gasmean market opens up, and unlike the Freudian market that we've been selling in so far, they really like big, powerful cars. So hopefully once that market opens up in 1970, this body is going to be absolutely to their tastes. Anyway, on with the design. So there we go with the visual design. I'm quite proud of this one. I think it looks quite good. Nice and aggressive, nice and big. Should sell well in the muscle car markets that are going to be upcoming. Right, okay, so on with the engine. Again, an inline 4. This time we've got a big car body to fit it into, so we're going to try and maximise the size. So we're up to 5.4 litres. So hopefully we can get some really good power out of this thing, compensate for the fact that we're not using the most aerodynamic body in the world. Right, so, just standard. You've seen this sort of engine stuff for the last couple of episodes, so I'll probably speed this up a little bit. Okay, so we've got 337 horsepower on our first go. That will make it our most powerful car ever, but I have a feeling we're going to need a little bit more power, so on with a little bit more tuning. So there we go, 365 horsepower for now. I think that should be a good place to get us started, so let's just go through our usual procedure. Let's get the gearbox going. Thinking about an automatic lock-in differential this time. I think the engineering should have advanced sufficiently that this might actually help us rather than hinder us, as it probably would have done in the past couple of years, but we'll see about that later on. Setting up the wheels. Tyre technology is finally starting to evolve a little bit, so we've got tyres that, they're starting to actually be able to put 350 horsepower down on the road, 185 millimeters in the rear, which is pretty nice. Also, we've got solid disc brakes, which is always going to be nice. Maybe just about get this thing stopped. In terms of the aerodynamics, we'll just get semi-clad under tray just for a little bit of extra help getting to that top speed. Interior we'll keep, I think, luxurious as possible. This is going to be our only model, so we need to make it as desirable as we possibly can. Now a little bit of suspension tuning. Again, I think I'm going to tune this sort of to be middle of the road between sporty handling and comfortable handling, so we get a good balance between drivability and sportiness, appeal to as many people as possible. And now just the usual fiddling and fine tuning, so I'll speed this up a little bit for you guys and we'll see what comes out as a finished product. So there we go, as we can see we've got 183 mile an hour top speed, just give you a little bit of an idea of what it sounds like around the track. So as you can probably tell, it doesn't sound like the most racy of things, but it's powerful and it's fast at the top end. So just looking at the market screen, we're not really aiming at Fruini at this time round, we're looking at Gasmean. You remember some of the economy screens we've been looking at in the past? They're that big red line that's always way above the other two regions. And it looks like if we sell it there, Muscle and Muscle Premium, those are going to be our markets, which is good because they're some of the biggest markets there at the moment. So let's just quickly have a look at this engine sitting in the front of the car. You can notice it just poking through the bonnet there. This thing is enormous, 5.4 litre inline 4. That is fairly ridiculous. So we're just going to finish off and make sure we name all of our stuff in the usual way, keeping on with our normal naming themes, and then we can get on and actually make this thing. So once again, setting up production for one of our cars. The aim this time is really just to keep the engineering time down to a minimum, even if that means sacrificing a little bit of reliability. So you want to keep it at about 4 years. We also want to try, where possible, to save engineering costs, because we've only got 100 million in the bank at the moment, and so we don't actually have a huge amount to spend on the development of this car, so the less the better. We're also going to reuse the same factories as we've been using for the past 20 years. We'll probably put a little bit more money into some extra automation to help with the efficiency, but factory expansions are going to have to wait another decade or so. So here we are looking at the sign-off screen. Break even for this model, 1976. That's pretty good. That's only going to be about 7 years after it's released, so that sounds pretty good to me. So now all that's left to do is to manage our 1955 model until this new one comes out. So we've got to wait until the beginning of 1968 for the new model to come out. So we've just got to manage these existing models until then. And yeah, unless anything interesting happens, I'll see you then. So here we are, 1968, just one more month until we get our new car in production. So, just the last bit of fiddling. All of our old cars have been cancelled so that our new models can be put to production, and there we go. So let's just revise this, make sure we're making sure that we're actually making few enough cars that we're not wasting a huge amount of them. So dropping that down, dropping the markup down a bit. Wouldn't ordinarily like to do that, but just to get it started, that's good enough. And obviously we've got the Gasmean market opening up at the end of this year, so should be pretty good. Selling the old cars for scrap, the world record ones anyway. We're never going to sell any more of those. We sold the 100 we needed for the challenge. That was good enough. And the economy's looking okay. We've dipped a little bit from the highs we saw previously, but I think we should be fine. So here we are, guys, 1970. So it looks like we're going to really expand our sales into Gasmean. You see there? I think we're going to get, there we go, about 4 times the number of sales now that Gasmean market's opening up. So it looks like we're in for a really good run here. Really, really nice. We can put our factory shifts all the way up to 2, produce loads of cars, 30% markup. We're looking for some great profit. So here we are, guys, 1975, the end of another era, and it sold really, really well. For most of those past 5 years since the Gasmean market opened up, we've been hitting $2 million profit a month, which is really, really nice to see. We're up to 115 million in the bank. It's higher than we started. That's more than enough to fund our 1975 car, which I think is going to be our big breakthrough, our big seller. So really looking forward to designing that one next time. The market has been really kind to us, the economy has really kept high, so hopefully we can continue that trend through the 70s and into the 80s, make loads of money on this next one. The target for next time is going to be 202 miles an hour, so that's a really, really tough challenge, but we've also got turbos, so that should be really good fun. Alright guys, it's been great. Until next time, goodbye.